It's another hot and muggy day in Miami, and the roof is closed as such for comfort at Marlins Park. Today we wrap up this 4-game weekend series between the New York Mets and the Miami Marlins. Should see some great battles out of these two next on the show. Dan Straley gets handed the ball for the 4th and final game of the series. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, we look a lot at numbers from starting pitchers, walks to innings pitched, but one of the key stats I look for is whip. And he has a sub 1.30 whip coming into this start, which tells me he throws strikes. He's not afraid to get the ball in the strike zone. It'll be interesting to see if he can string together some real quality innings in this one.
Here's Xander Bogaerts now, and we are ready for some daytime baseball. Here's the pitch. Down the third baseline. This gets foul. It's 0-1. These Marlins, as they take the field this afternoon, they come off another loss last time out, and in fact they've dropped 3 of their last 4.
Yeah, Matty, dropping their last game. Now they find themselves at 500 again. They got to find a way to get on a hot streak. You cannot continue to go peaks and valleys throughout the course of this season and ride that 500 line all year. At some point you're going to have to take 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10 to get this going in the right direction.
Now a swing and a miss on the slider as the leadoff man is set down on strikes to open up the ball game. And now a chance to meet the Mets. Dero, how do they lock up a series victory here on the road?
Yeah, Matty, without question right here. This lineup's been struggling. Some bad approaches at the plate from top to bottom. They need the first 2 guys in the order to ignite this offense if they're going to have a chance of breaking out of this malaise.
Here's Andrew McCutchen now. And as you check out his righty-lefty splits, no surprise that he hits better against southpaws than he does against right-handers. First pitch of the AB is swung on and lifted in the air to straightaway center. Under it is Yelich, and there are 2 away now. Here's the second baseman, Jose Altuve. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Missed with a slider. And there are the umpires assigned to this one. Balls and strikes belong to Mr. Jerry Hillsdale.
Dero, Jerry Hillsdale might be one of the more solid everyday umpires in the league right now.
Yeah, I think he's one of the best in the business, Dan. High praise all around. You go into both meetings with the managers, and what do? They rave about Jerry Hillsdale.
Back up the middle. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Mets go down 1-2-3. It's the Mets nothing. Marlins coming up. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Jacob deGrom will be on the mound for Game 4. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Yeah, Matt, his last start wasn't a particularly good one. Lasted 5 innings and ended up taking the loss. He's a much better pitcher than that, and I think he's looking to at least, hopefully, pitch into the 6th or 7th inning in this one.
Here's D. Gordon now. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Out for the Marlins, second baseman, D. Gordon.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Lifted the other way out to left center. And that's in there. Base hit. And they're going to hold him to a single here as they do a nice job of getting it back in quickly.
Hey, you want to be the team on the attack, without question. In the bottom of the first, starting it off with a leadoff single gets everyone in your dugout going.
In is Christian Yelich. Well hit to right, but that's a foul ball. These Mets, fellas, as they take the field here today, well, they come in fresh off a victory last time out, but they've had a rough go of it of late as they've lost 7 of their last 9 games.
Yeah, thanks, Matty V. Hey, you know what, Dero, this is one they'd like to win right here. They win the first game of the series, drop Game 2, win Game 3. They'd like to keep the momentum going here, Dero, win 2 in a row and win 3 out of 4 in this series.
Yeah, you want to definitely get a chance to win this series today. Play good baseball. You don't want to go on that seesaw. We'll give you one, we'll take one. They need to figure out a way to get it done today.
2-1 the count. Check swing grounder to the right side. Gordon on at first, nobody out. Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning. We have a moment here in Miami to take a look at the Marlins starting lineup. Who stands out to you, Danny?
Well, Matt, Evan Longoria has been tearing it up lately. He had over 20 runs batted in last month. Very consistent. A solid month, and I love watching him swing the bat. It looks like the focus and concentration is even better when he has runners in scoring position.
Now at the plate, Giancarlo Stanton. And he's carrying a batting average of just over 300. So clearly he's been a productive player with the bat in his hand so far. Runner back standing. Has a look, now the pitch. And a pitch out, nothing doing though, and that's ball 1. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Started to go around, but it's ruled strike 1 anyway. And they pitch out here, but nothing's happening. Ball 2. The 2-1 home is looked at for ball 3.
And that fastball away there almost works like another pitch out. I think they're definitely worried about him over there.
The 3-1 finds the zone to fill the count. 3-2. Runner goes for second, but he won't draw a throw. That's taken for ball 4, and it's first and second now with 1 away.
Looked like he might have gotten squeezed a little bit right there, and you know he's talking to himself in his head about it. That kind of stuff goes both ways, though. Hitters get their fair share of crummy calls going against them, too.
In is the third baseman, Evan Longoria, as he'll try and hold off the swing, but this one's in there for strike 1. Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball 1.
Not sure what he saw in that pitch, but it sure looked tempting. At least he held up. He must have been guessing.
Ready with the 1-1. Grounded back up the middle. Altuve for 1. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. We've played an inning. No score here on the show. Striding in for his first at-bat, Michael Conforto. And the confidence might be wavering at the moment. Last 10 or so ball games have been a real struggle for him. Here's the pitch. A fastball right down the middle for a strike.
Pretty good pitch to hit there that he let go. I know it's early and they're probably wanting to run his pitch count up, but he may not get another pitch like that to swing at the rest of the game.
Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
Man, when you're struggling at the plate, that pitcher smells blood in the water. He's coming right after you, trying to end it quick.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And this one's chopped foul right at home plate. The next 0-2 is a low changeup that's laid off.
Love the execution of that changeup, but hats off to the guy at the plate right now. That's a great take in this situation. Maybe bought himself a fastball.
The 1-2. And he'll stay alive here as this is chopped foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. The 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him.
Check out the Miami Marlins on defense. And guys, we'd be remiss if we didn't focus on the Gold Glover at second base, D. Gordon. He can beat you in so many ways on the base paths, but let's not kid ourselves. Athleticism allows him to make some pretty special plays on the defensive side of the ball.
First pitch on its way. And the slider just stayed north of the strike zone that time. Tough slider down low for a strike. But a big pass at a slider that gets past him.
He's gone to the well with that pitch 3 times in a row. I'm interested to see if he changes it up right here.
The 1-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out.
Every pitcher looks to get off to a good start, and I'd say he's off to a good start. How about the first 5 batters he's faced? 3 of them he sent down via the strikeout.
Here's Yoenis Cespedes as he swings and misses at a first pitch fastball. 0-1. Hit to short. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Down in order go the Mets. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Now batting, Cam Gallagher. He'll start things out here in a tie ball game.
Cam Gallagher.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Couldn't wait back. A swing and a miss. Gallagher swings the bat and throws from the right side and stands at 6'3". He's in his 3rd season as a major league player. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And a fastball just a bit high. DeGrom, a 6'4" right-hander. He was a 9th round pick back in the 2010 first-year player draft.
Man, coming out of the late rounds, you have to grind for everything. Nothing is given to you. And this guy has turned himself into a very solid big league ball player. That's a big accomplishment.
The 1-2 gets him looking up around the letters.
Here's the defensive alignment for the New York Metropolitans. And let's focus our attention on Xander Bogaerts, shortstop up the chute. One of the best in the business, one of the smoothest players in the game. We talk a lot about Robinson Cano and how he goes about his business at second base. The X-Man is no different at shortstop, and the bat plays too.
And he'll step on first himself for the out.
Batting 7th, first baseman.
Digging in, JT Realmuto. He's carrying a batting average of just over 300, so clearly he's been a productive player with the bat in his hand so far. Now here it comes. And here's a fastball called for strike 1. Bottom of the second here with no score. Realmuto behind with an 0-2 count now. A ball and 2 strikes.
I have no issue wasting a pitch on 0-2 to try to get a guy to go fishing. but it has to be somewhat tempting. You're not going to get anyone to swing a bat at that pitch.
Line drive to center field. But this will not get down quickly enough as it's pulled in out there in center, and that ends the inning. Miami down in order. Will move to the third with no score. A great shot there of the blue waters and long sandy stretches of Miami Beach. Back now for the top of the third inning on the show. Coming to the plate now, Will Griffith. He's the number 7 hitter, but he's leading off the third after the first 6 guys in the lineup have been retired in order.
Yeah, it's been a great start to the guy on the mound. It'll be interesting to see if they can find a way to get to this guy before he really settles in.
Now a fastball to start the third. That misses. It's ball 1. Popped him up. Realmuto in foul ground. 1 down. So with 1 gone in the inning, we'll take a look at where these guys sit in the standings, and I think they can pretty much start to think about next year because they are well back in the division race. Here's the catcher, Giovanni Soto, now. Here comes the first pitch. Trying to jam him with the first pitch slider, but it's in a bit too tight for ball 1. Third inning, no score to this point. Inside, and he falls behind the hitter now, 2-0.
This at bat sets up really good right here, right? Hasn't seen a fastball yet, but now he gets to count at 2 balls and no strikes. He has to be looking for a fastball right here.
Very weakly on the ground. Two and two to the Mets catcher.
He's looking really great on the bump right now. I mean, it's been a while since he's allowed a base runner, and he just jumped ahead of another hitter right there.
Now a swing and a miss here as he's down on strikes. So it's 2 up, 2 down to begin the third.
He's just got great strikeout stuff. In his last start, he racked up double-digit Ks, and it looks like he could finish up in that range again here. He's really an exciting pitcher to watch when he's sending guys packing like this.
Stepping in, Jacob deGrom, 2 away in the inning, and Dan, it looks like this could be another 1-2-3 inning for him.
Yeah, he has really found a groove on the mound, and it's been impressive to watch. It'll be interesting to see how long he can keep this dominance up.
So 1-1 home. A fastball here, and this is softly hit and fouled off to the left. The 1-2 is an off-speed pitch taken for a ball.
Well, these are just extra pitches that are just going to add to your pitch count. He's not trying to work around him, and no reason to, but sometimes you just lose the strike zone for no apparent reason.
Hit out towards second. That's a hit, the first of the game for the Mets.
Boy, D-Roy, you're talking about frustrating as a pitcher. You have the pitcher up with 2 outs, and he extends the inning there with a base hit.
Yeah, it's funny. I've hit 8th in my career, and the grind was to try and get the pitcher up so you could waste that out and flip the lineup over. This guy took it into his own hands and did just that. By getting a knock, now we could have some issues here.
0 for 1 for him here in this one. The 0-1 pitch. Fouled away.
Classic change of speeds right there. Threw the hitter's timing off. Got a late foul ball. Interested to see where he goes now.
And he fouls this one off. deGrom is off at first with 2 away. And he struck him out. Mets leave 1. Home half of the third coming up. No score. At the plate, Christian Colon. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
The shortstop, Christian Colon.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. There's a fastball right over the inside corner. Line drive to center field. Cespedes is right there, one down. So with one gone in the inning, we'll take a look at where these guys sit in the standings, and I think they can pretty much start to think about next year because they are well back in the division race. Digging in now, Dan Straley, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Now the pitch. And this is popped foul, but perhaps playable behind first. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Sent on the ground out to second. On to first, and very quickly 2 are gone here in the home third.
The batter, number 9, second baseman, D.
Riding in once again, D. Gordon, a base hit in his first trip. Here's the first pitch to him. And a good idea to hold off on that swing. It's ball 1.
With 2 outs, they're not playing him to bunt here, and he didn't show it there, but I wouldn't be surprised if he wasn't at least thinking about it. He handles the bat pretty well, and he can definitely run.
2-0 now. Ready with the 2-0 pitch. This is in the air to center. Does he have another 1-2-3 for the ledger? He does. 8 in a row he's set down, and the side is retired. 1-2-3 go the Marlins. We'll head to the 4th, still scoreless. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Andrew McCutchen. So far 0 for 1 with a flyout.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And this is swung on and missed, and this 4th inning will start the same way he ended the 3rd, with a strikeout, and there's 1 away.
Well, he certainly wasn't intimidated on the mound right there. He had to stare down a really good hitter, and instead of working around the zone, he challenged him with 3 straight good pitches. I like that he didn't give his opponent too much credit.
Into the box now, Jose Altuve. Tries to bunt his way on here, but this is a foul ball. He's 0 for 1 thus far. The windup and the 0-1. Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2. Hit back up the middle. Colon right there. Throw won't be in time as he reaches it first.
You know, D-Row, as a pitcher, that can be so frustrating. You're taught to try to go out there and make quality pitches, and that was a really good pitch. And I would be willing to bet you he's surprised that that turned into an infield single.
Yeah, at the end of the day, he's smiling. That hitter's smiling, running down first base, knowing he's got an infield single right there. He has no business. He'll line out probably 15 times, but it won't even out. You take him when you can get him.
First baseman, number 35.
Digging in, Samuel Acevedo. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. First offering on its way. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike. Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball.
The discipline has just been completely absent from this offense.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Mets strand 1. On to the bottom of the 4th now, still with no score. with Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac. Matt Vasgersian with you as the left-handed hitting Christian Yelich settles in to start out the inning. First delivery to him on the way. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. Hard hit ball to second. Throw on to first in time, one away.
The right fielder, number 27.
Opportunity now to look at some of the future plans for this Mets organization as our Road to the Show report spotlights a couple of guys that have been playing very well in recent action. So the bases are empty with one man gone and set to stand in the ultra dangerous Giancarlo Stanton. First pitch of the at-bat. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball one. Oh, and he leaves the fastball up there. Mistaken location. He is going to pay for it dearly as that ball is sent over the wall. A home run. Solo home run here off the bat of Giancarlo Stanton, and even 30 home runs on the year as the Marlins will take a 1-0 lead.
Well, how do you beat the shift? You hit it over the shift, of course. You can't play guys up in the sky, so he lifts this one up and out of here.
In is the third baseman, Evan Longoria. As he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. The 0-1 delivery. Sliders in for a strike. Both teams with just 2 hits apiece thus far. Left side. Bogaerts is able to get there. On to first, and a sigh of relief as Longoria's retired easily for the second out.
For the Marlins.
So striding in, Cam Gallagher. First time up, he went down looking. Here comes the first pitch. Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball one. Now he starts to chase a pitch outside, and he can't pull the bat back in time. It's strike one.
Back-to-back breaking balls. He just missed that one right there, fouling it away. Do not expect a third.
Now a check swing, but that's in there for strike three anyway, and the inning is over. Marlins are on the board first thanks to the solo home run. We played 4. It's now 1-0 Miami. Digging in, Yoenis Cespedes. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. First pitch coming. Here it is. A fastball that finds the outside corner. Now he extends nicely, and this ball is driven to right field and deep. And that nearly would have gotten him on the board. Instead, it's a long foul ball. And he struck him out. Strikeout number 8 now in the ball game for him.
He's just bringing up strikeouts left and right. But what's really impressive to me, he hasn't walked anyone either. He's just pounding the zone. His stuff is dirty today.
Stepping in now, Will Griffith, as he'll take one up in the zone, but indeed in the strike zone for the first strike. 0 for 1 after a pop out in foul territory his first time through. Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2. A bouncer up the middle. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
The catcher, number 18, Giovanni Soto.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and standing in is the catcher, Giovanni Soto. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
Hey, he's close to having another quick inning right there with 2 quick outs. He's been very economical with his pitches, and if he continues to go like this, the bullpen might get a day off.
Strike 2 at a pitch that catches the outside corner.
I gotta say, his command of the corners in this start has been pretty exceptional. He's mixed east and west really well, and it's a
swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Mets go down 1-2-3. They're on the short end of a 1-0 score. Up next from Miami, Carmen Lopez. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Takes a knee-high fastball. Outside for a ball, 1-1.
These guys have got to be frustrated as an offensive unit so far in this one. They haven't been able to crack the code on their opponent, but it's not like they're getting great pitch stand either. This starter has kept the ball on the corners of the zone all game long.
Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Fly ball to straightaway left. Conforto is there, and he has it for the out.
Now batting, first baseman, J.T.
Stepping in, J.T. Realmuto hit it hard but lined out in his first at-bat. Now the pitch. Line toward the gap in left center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Dan, that can't bother you too much as a pitcher. Guy swinging first pitch.
Now, one of the things you want to do, D-Rose, you have to try to get ahead with the first pitch. You want to throw one of the first 2 pitches for strikes. Unfortunately, sometimes when you bring the ball in the strike zone, you're bound to give up some base hits, but hopefully he can minimize the damage here.
Into the box, Christian Colon, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. Hit it hard but lined out in his first at-bat. Now the 0-1 is swung on and lifted out to straightaway center field. Cespedes is there, 2 gone. Coming to the plate now, the pitcher for the Marlins, Dan Straley. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. First delivery to him on the way. And, look inside, but that's ruled a strike, 0-1. And it's 1-1. Set and the 1-1 pitch. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Conforto has a read on it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Marlins leave 1, but they're on top 1-0. So digging in. Jacob deGrom. He'll start things out in the 6th for a lineup that really hasn't found its groove in this one.
Yeah, only 2 hits so far, Matt, and not very many hard hit balls either. We'll see if they can start making some adjustments.
Grounded to short. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th. Here's Xander Bogaerts now. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Here's the first pitch to him. Takes a look at a slider that catches the inside corner.
We're moving along in this one, heading into the middle innings. This guy continuing to pitch well, and one of the reasons why, first pitch strike ratio over 70% up to this point in this game.
1-1 to the Mets leadoff hitter. Now the 1-1 pitch. He's taken high above the zone.
We've seen him go down on strikes more than once in this game, so this has been a better approach by him at this at-bat. Much more patient, and he's gotten himself into a good hitter's count.
Slapped hard the opposite way, and that will fall in front of Stanton. It's a base hit.
Hey, they say in this game you better have a short memory. Well, that's obviously the case with this batter. He came into that third at-bat after getting his ticket punched twice and was able to get a single.
And he offers it the circle change and misses 0-1. No hits to this point. Ripped on the ground to first. Oh, and he can't come up with it. And a nice job to stay with it that time and get the second out of the inning.
The second baseman, number 27, Jose Altuve.
Ready once again, Jose Altuve, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. And that's inside for a ball. 1-0. Line drive to center field. And that's in there. Base hit. The runner scores from second.
Boy, there are big RBIs and big base hits, Nero, but none more than with 2 outs. A big 2-out knock right there. Not only ties things up, but keeps the inning going as well.
Yeah, just a great approach right there by the batter. You never know when your number's going to be called. You always wanted to pass the baton to the next guy behind you. Take the donut off your bat and trust in the teammate behind you. That is a huge knock and keeps the line moving.
Here's the 0-1. And that one just missed outside. Altuve leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. But a good play by the first baseman to spear this one, and that'll retire the side. Mets played a run on a couple of hits to the bottom of the 6th inning. All tied at 1-1. Back to the top of the Miami lineup now, and stepping in, D. Gordon. He flew out in his last at-bat.
D. Gordon.
Third baseman in tight, protecting the bunt, the first pitch. Altuve at second. Throw to first is in time for the first out.
Now batting, center fielder, Christian
Ready
Yelich.
for another shot now, Christian Yelich. Third trip to the plate for him here. He struck out and grounded out in his first 2 tries. Here's the pitch. And a fastball swung on and hit to second. And there's out number 2.
The right fielder, number 27, Giancarlo Stanton.
Giancarlo Stanton now. He went deep last time up.
Yeah, that last at-bat, Daddy, he turned that fastball around. He didn't hit it a ton. He didn't hit it a country mile. But, hey, listen, a home run is a home run.
Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. Boys, we see the pitch count. It's hard to remember the last time we saw a guy pitch this efficiently.
Yeah, man, it's incredible to watch him go after guys. He's forcing a lot of early contact, and they haven't done a whole lot with the balls they put in play against him.
Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. Lofted in the air out toward right center. McCutchen is under it. And the inning is over. Miami down in order. Score remains deadlocked at 1. Welcome back to South Florida. All square at 1 as we get set to start the 7th. But before we do, let's take a look at the game summary to this point. Now at the plate, Samuel Acevedo. He'll start the 7th. And Dan, as a former pitcher yourself, you must be enjoying this. Lots of good pitching and defense today.
Well, that's one of the keys. We're seeing a lot of strikes. We're seeing a lot of swings. We're seeing some great plays on defense. This has been a snappy one up to this point.
Leaves a slider right over the middle.
Good breaking ball right there. Good hard slider. The count now 0-2. He's getting deep into the outing, but his slider is still staying sharp. He doesn't look at all like he's starting to tire. He looks as good now as he did early on in the game.
So he ran the fastball by him for the punch out. Samuel Acevedo goes down for the first out in the 7th inning. Here's Yoenis Cespedes.
You know, Madden, every team has that one guy, and Yoenis Cespedes is that guy for the Mets. Completely changes that complexion of that Mets betting order.
He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. And that one stayed too low, apparently. 1 run, 4 hits, and no errors on the Mets line score so far. Sent in the air out to straightaway central. Under it is Yelich, and there are 2 away now.
Now batting, third baseman, Will Griffith.
Now in the box, Will Griffith, 0 for 2 on his line thus far. Pitch on the way. In there, and it's 0-1.
One of the keys to pitching late in the games, first pitch strikes, and this guy's rolling along. So far, over 70% of his first pitches have been for strikes.
1 run, 4 hits, and no errors on the Mets line score so far. And yet another strikeout here. His 11th of the ball game, and this one ends the inning. When we come back, Evan Longoria will start things off. All tied at 1-1. Digging in once again, Evan Longoria. He's batting cleanup in this one, but will get us started here in the inning as they look to wake up the bats.
Yeah, not much to get excited about with just a single notch on the scoreboard, but you have to give credit to where it's deserved. The pitching on the other side has been really impressive.
In there for strike 1, 0-1.
They haven't gotten much going against this guy so far in this one. He's been pitching well, and one of the key numbers to look at, first pitch strikes over 70% so far in this outing.
The 0-1 delivery. Nope. Missed with a breaking ball. Grounder down the line at third. Well, this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2.
That wasn't a terrible pitch right there, but if he's going to execute and get this swing and a miss, he's going to have to get that ball a little bit further down, maybe even potentially bounce the next one.
And the throw will indeed take care of him for the first out. But hold on here now. He jumped out of that dugout in a hurry. He might ask for that out call to be reviewed.
Yeah, he may, Matt, but I think he'll see what his replay guys think first. Looking at it again, man, I can't tell for sure if he was out or not. Tough call.
So here's the signal from the bench, and they will indeed ask for the play to be reviewed. So the umpires will get on the horn with the replay operations center in Manhattan and attempt to get a definitive answer on this play.
The Marlins are challenging the...
All right, we'll take one last look at it here. The question is there enough video evidence to change the call to safe? And wow, from that look at it, I think he did beat that throw. This challenge might work out for him.
The decision appears to have been made as the headset comes off, and the runner is safe. So the call is overturned. The runner will stay at first base, and they maintain the right to challenge further plays going forward.
And the batter moves in.
In now, Cam Gallagher. As he takes a called strike on the black, it's 0-1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. And I believe they'll say he broke the plane, as yes he did. It's ruled a strike. Lifted in the air out to center field. Cespedes is there. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. So stepping in, Carmen Lopez. He'll swing it from the left side right here.
Loves hitting left-handed off of right-handed pitchers. Hitting over 300 against right-handed pitching.
Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Grounded to the right. There's one. On to first, but not in time as he beats it out. And now, this ball's going to wind up out of play. And a big mistake there.
Yeah, I like the way he stayed right in there at second base, knowing he was vulnerable, but it definitely influenced the throw to first. Way offline, and he's going to get charged with an error as a result.
Into the box now, JT Realmuto. And he puts it on the ground to second. A dive, but he can't knock it down. It's through for a base hit. And that'll score the run from second as they jump in front now, 2-1.
Boy, those have to feel really good, Dero. You get late in the game, you come up with a big RBI base hit right here to give your team the lead.
Yeah, no one remembers that ground ball with eyes in the top of the second inning. You want to show up when the game is on the line. Can you quiet your emotions down, take the crowd out of it, and slow yourself down enough to come through? And that's exactly what he did.
Stepping in now, Christian Colon. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Grounded back up the middle. Bogarts has it over to Altuve for the force, and that'll be that. Marlins get one here on a couple of hits. 8th inning coming up. It's the Marlins 2 and the Mets 1. Next for the Mets, Giovanni Soto, 0 for 2 here to start the afternoon.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
Kyle Barraclough been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th. First pitch coming. Here it is. Now a pitch swung on and hit on the ground to Longoria at third. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8. Here's a look at the final line for the Marlins starting pitcher. Great day's work any way you look at it. Ahmed Rosario will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run.
Number 1, Ahmed Rosario.
A cold strike on the inside corner. And you see that average below the dreaded Mendoza line. This is on the ground over to first. To his right, Realmuto. And he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted. Digging in and looking for more, Xander Bogaerts. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. First offering on its way. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. Barraclough, or Bear for short. He was selected in the 7th round during the first-year player draft of 2012.
Man, coming out of the late rounds, you have to grind for everything. Nothing is given to you. And this guy has turned himself into a very solid big league ball player. That's a big accomplishment.
He goes the other way as this is hit in the air toward the gap in right center. Stanton will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. Down in order go the Mets. Our score remains 2-1. Oswaldo Silva is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the eighth.
Oswaldo Silva.
Kurt Gauthier is going to grab a bat here as he looks to try to set the table in the bottom of the eighth as they look for some insurance. Missed with a slider. Now the 1-0. Is a fastball down below the knees.
And it looks now like a right-hander's begun to get loose in the Mets bullpen.
Two and one. Bouncer down the line. Griffith loves it. And there's one down now. Final line there for the Mets starting pitcher. It was a really nice day on the mound for him. Here's D. Gordon now. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And now a bunt attempt here as he gets this one down. But the throw will be in time at first, so he's denied the base hit on a bunt attempt. Now at the plate, Christian Yelich. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. First pitch of the at-bat. A fastball right down the middle for a strike.
You know, if I'm the hitter right here, I'm like, okay. You want to come get some early in the count? I was about to wait you out, but now game on.
Skied in the air to straightaway left. Moving under it, Conforto makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Marlins as they're unable to add to their 2-1 lead. Wei-Yin Chen comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the ninth. Here's Andrew McCutchen now. He was a ground out victim last time up.
Right fielder, Andrew McCutchen.
Third baseman hugging the line here. Now the first pitch. And a swing and a chance for Longoria at third. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the ninth inning gets underway.
The second baseman, number 27, Jose Altuve.
Here's the second baseman, Jose Altuve. Singled homer run in his last time up. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. There's a strike. 1 out, nobody on. Slider, and that's in there for strike 2.
Hey, you find yourself down 0-2. You've got to grind a little bit right here. I don't understand the game plan. Let's see if we can get this one back to even count.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a little tapper, but it gets foul. Up and the 0-2 pitch. Slider, good 2-strike pitch, but it misses 1 and 2.
There's a good slider down and in at that back foot. That's a tough pitch to lay off as a hitter, and a great pitch as a pitcher. That's one of those, how could he not swing at that one? A good take there on that pitch.
And a swing and a miss as they got him with the slider there, 2 away.
Well, we've seen some really good pitching from these guys in this one. The bullpen has looked sharp and have backed up a nice effort turned in by the starter. These days, pitching has become a full staff effort, and I've been impressed with the job these guys have done so far.
Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. A little bouncer, but it's foul, strike one. 0-1 count, and the pitch. Swing and a miss, and they're up against it now as they're down to their final strike of the afternoon. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
It's always nice to give your fans at home something to cheer about, and they definitely did that right here, coming through with a big win at home.
Pitching and defense game, 2-1, the final score this afternoon. The Miami Marlins seal up their 30th win at home on the season. Dan Straley earns his 6th winning decision in this one, picking up 11 strikeouts along the way. Jacob deGrom pitched well, allowing only 2 earned, but ends up taking the loss. Wei-Yin Chen earns the save out of the bullpen, his 29th of the year. So that's it for us this afternoon. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, log on to theshownation.com.
Here now is our final line score for this afternoon. First for the victorious Miami Marlins, 2 runs on 5 hits. No errors. They left 4 men on base. For the Mets, 1 run, 4 hits, 1 error. They left 3 men on base. The winning pitcher is Dan Straley. His record is now 6-6. The loss goes to Jacob deGrom. He falls to 8-10. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 40 minutes. A reminder that Marlins shuttle buses are available outside Marlins Park with service to the Comer Metro Rail station.
A great Sunday afternoon for baseball here, north of the border at the Rogers Center in downtown Toronto. Today we wrap up this 4-game weekend series between the Baltimore Orioles and the Toronto Blue Jays. 2 great hitters lead their teams to battle next on MLB Network. Tyson Ross gets the starting assignment in this one for the Jays. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, you can't always judge a pitcher by the numbers. I know the ERA is into the 4s coming into this start, but he's actually a pretty solid pitcher. And every once in a while, he can throw some decent games in there. It's not easy having an ERA under 4 in baseball. He's slightly over that, but this guy's a better pitcher than that ERA indicates.
So striding forward now, Justin Peralta. He will lead this one off today. Underway now in the Sunday finale as the first pitch is swung on and missed for strike one. And Dan Dero, the Blue Jays, as they enter play here this afternoon, they come in scuffling a bit of late, just 2-4 over their last 6 games.
Yeah, Matty, nothing better than winning that last game at home before you go on a long road trip. They have the opportunity to do that today. Let's see if they get it done.
No doubt about it, Dero. They're looking to embark on an 8-game road trip. First things first, win this one here. Worry about getting on that bird for 8 games after this one here today.
And now the starting lineup for the visiting Baltimore Orioles. Who's the one to watch, Dan?
Well, someone that's been struggling a bit is Jonathan Schoop. In the last 10 games, he's hitting under 250. He's a guy they need to hit a lot better than that because he's a big part of this ball club.
In now for the O's, Dexter Verland. And the home-away splits tell us he's actually quite a bit better hitting on the road than he is at home. In there, 0-1. And a great day for baseball here. 81 degrees at first pitch. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Hit hard down the line. This will get foul for strike 2. A ball and 2 strikes to the Orioles shortstop.
Well, tried to throw a high fastball right by him there. Didn't work, but now we'll see if that sets up some different options. Wouldn't be surprised to see a good slider down and away right here.
2 balls and 2 strikes now. So let's take a peek at the umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Matthew Ross.
Hey, Dero, this is a pitcher's best friend. Matthew Ross, very wide strike zone.
Yeah, no excuses from the offense today. You know coming in when you see the lineup card and Matt Ross is behind the dish, you better be aggressive.
So he ran the fastball by him for the punch out. Dexter Verland is the second out of the opening frame. And that'll bring up Ben Gamble. He was not much of a factor at the plate during yesterday's win as he took an 0-for-4 line. Out in front of it, strike 1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. It's on to the bottom of the first. No score on MLB Network. Jeremy Hellickson gets the ball for the Orioles in this one. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, Matt, this guy's been throwing the ball really well. He picked up his 10th win of the year in his last one, and he'd like nothing more than to make it 2 good ones in a row and pick up his win number 11 today.
Stepping in, Kevin Pillar. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Toronto, center fielder, Kevin Pillar.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Takes a knee-high fastball. Well, guys, these Orioles entering play today. They did get the win last time out, but it hasn't been the best week for them as they've won just twice in their last 6 tries.
Nope. Hey, Matty V, you know, if there's such a good thing as splitting a series, Dero, this is the one. They lose the first 2 games of this series, win game 3. They'd like nothing more than to split this series and win game 4.
Yeah, Bobby Cox always used to say, you got to take care and beat the teams you're supposed to beat and then play 500 against the really good teams. They have a chance to do that exactly today. Drop the first 2, but if they can win today, they split this series and move on.
With that, let's take a look at the Blue Jays starting lineup. Danny, any thoughts?
Yeah, Matt, I cannot wait to get a look at Josh Donaldson, the bringer of rain. He had 20 ribbies last month. That's RBIs. That's ribeye steaks. However you want to put it, he drove in 20 men. When you're doing that over the course of a month, that's some pretty consistent hitting. Off the bat, that had soft base hit written all over it, but a nice snag there by the infielder on that soft liner that could have been a potential base hit.
Stepping in for the Jays, Josh Donaldson. First at bat for him here as he enters play 7th in the American League in round trippers. Hit down the third baseline. This is foul for the first strike. Now the pitch. Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike. 2 balls and a strike.
The count is 2-1.
The count now at 2-2. The 2-2. Sharp ground ball to third. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Blue Jays go down in order, and this is still a 0-0 ball game. And here's the big right-handed power threat, Trey Mancini. He'll get us started in the top of the second. Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball. Bounce towards the second baseman. Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second.
All right, guys, here's the defensive alignment for the Toronto Blue Jays today. I want to focus on the bringer of rain, Josh Donaldson, playing third base, not only from the offensive side as he evolutionizing the game with his new swing path, he'll also dive into the stands defensively to save a run for his pitcher.
Next will be the designated hitter, Eric Thames. He was one of the stars from yesterday's game as he had 3 hits in the victory. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Ross sets his sights. Here it is on 1-0. Ran that one in on him a bit, as this time it's tapped foul at home plate. Thames is a big threat in a matchup like this. He's got a ton of pop against right-handed pitching.
Yeah, I think because of his approach. He's not a dead cold guy. You want to try and sneak a piece of cheese in or hang something over the heart of the plate, he's going to absolutely crush it. But anything going away from him goes right into his bat path.
So he gets the swinging strikeout on the changeup. Eric Thames is sent packing for out number 2 in the inning. Here's the catcher, Travis d'Arnaud. As he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. Still looking for our first hit in the ball game. Taken the other way, but this should be routine out there in right field. Pence is there, makes the catch, and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Orioles. We'll go to the bottom of the Here's Justin Smoke now. He'll get us going here in the bottom half of the second. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Pulled toward right center field.
Waiting on it is Goodwin.
And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Okay, here's how the Birds line up today on defense. And guys, we need to seriously focus on the defense behind the dish today. This guy brings gold to the party, the ability to block balls, keep everything in front of him, shut down a running game, and massage his pitcher through 9 innings.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Line to the right side. Gamble is right there as he takes it for the second out. Next to bat for Toronto, Marcell Ozuna. And as you take a look at the splits here, he's actually better against right-handed pitching this season. Line toward right center. And the Blue Jays break into the hit column as that's a base hit.
You know, Dero, it's not always easy to hit in the day games. First 5 hitters, 5 up, 5 down. 6-hole hitter, though, he must have gotten a good night's sleep last night.
That's exactly where I was going, Dan. First 5 guys in the order looked like they were still asleep rolling out of bed. Those day games will creep up on you. 6-hole guy was locked and loaded.
In now is Pedro Alvarez.
He gets a shot to hit here in the inning following the 2-out single.
Yeah, and that hit might not amount to much, but anytime you can extend an inning and give a guy with plenty of pop a chance to swing it, the outlook of an inning changes dramatically.
Lifted down the line in left. Santander giving chase. He gets there to make the play, and that ends the inning. Blue Jays held in check. Will move to the third with no score. Back now on MLB Network as we welcome you back to Toronto and Rogers Center. Here's Jonathan Scope now. He's the number 7 hitter, but he's leading off the third after the first 6 guys in the lineup have been retired in order.
Yeah, it's been a great start to the guy on the mound. It'll be interesting to see if they can find a way to get to this guy before he really settles in.
So with 1 gone in the inning, we'll take a look at where these guys sit in the standings, and I think they can pretty much start to think about next year because they are well back in the division race. Next batter to the plate, Brian Goodwin. He was 1 for 4 with a 2-bagger in yesterday's game. First pitch of the at-bat. And look out as that one ran in and got him. Digging in the switch hitter, Anthony Santander. And he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. Orioles still looking for their first hit of the ballgame. Fastball called for strike 2. And this is swung on and missed. His 5th strikeout already, and there are 2 gone in the inning.
You hear that phrase, climb the ladder, all the time? That's pretty much what he did right there. When you change the hitter's eye level with each pitch in that at-bat, it becomes very hard for him to adjust and put the bat on the ball. He made that strikeout look real easy.
Into the box, Justin Peralta. No balls and a strike to count. Looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. Oh, and 2 count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Orioles leave 1. Home half of the third coming up. No score. Here's Brian Dozier now. And for him, you have to think a turnaround is coming. Clearly not going his way of late. First offering on its way. Swing and a liner toward the gap in left center. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
I don't know how he got to that fastball right there. That looked like the old Tommy Hawk approach back in the 60s and 70s getting to that.
Stepping into the box, Mario Nunez. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Just a bit jumpy that time. Swung on and missed. Swinging a soft liner. So this is pulled in by the shortstop.
Now batting, center fielder, Kevin.
At the plate, Kevin Pillar. Hit it hard but lined out in his first at bat. First offering on its way. Started to go around there, but he holds up ball one. He broke out the slide step there, Danny.
Yeah, he's clearly thinking about the steal right here. Didn't happen, but the cat-mouse game continues on.
The 1-0. Now a swing and a fly ball. Gamble sprinting after it, but no chance to run it down. It's a foul ball. Swing and a ground ball to third. The second for one. Back to first, and he throws it away. And now, this ball's going to wind up out of play. And a big mistake there.
Well, when this play started, it all looked good. They get the lead runner, no problem, but he just doesn't make the return throw, and the hitter ends up safely at second. Not the result they were hoping for on what should have been a nice double play.
Here's the right fielder, Hunter Pence. As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. Runner in scoring position with two gone. And here's a swing and a miss that time by Pence as he falls behind here, 0-2. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. And no swing, apparently. Ball one.
Hey, great job of holding up right there. Little two-out lightning might ensue by one check swing holding up.
In the dirt here. Here now the 2-2. Skied into straightaway right. Gamble is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. One left for Toronto. We'll head to the fourth, still scoreless. Coming to the plate now, Dexter Berland. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
Still all zeros in the run column here in the fourth inning. Dan, does this continue, or does somebody score here?
I think this continues for a while, Matt. Both of these pitchers are throwing very well, throwing strikes, having good command of their off-speed pitches. This is going to be one of those low-scoring affairs.
And he takes strike three cold on the fastball. One gone.
Boy, he's got great stuff today, doesn't he? That's 7 punch-outs now here in the middle innings. He's up over 1 inning up to this point. It'll be interesting to see if this lineup can change their plan of attack and start to put the ball in play. But right now, that's just not happening.
In there, no balls and a strike.
This guy's been on cruise control as we head into the middle innings of this one. And one of the big factors why, how about 80% of his first pitches have been for strikes?
Chopped weakly to the left. Donaldson bare hands it. It's in time.
Now batting, first baseman,
so now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Trey Mancini. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Pitch on the way. Popped high in the air. And Gregorius will make the catch, and that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down for the Orioles. On to the bottom of the 4th now, still with no score. Settling in now, Josh Donaldson. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far.
Donaldson.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Now a check swing, but it's strike 1 anyway, says the home plate umpire. Donaldson, commonly known as the bringer of rain around the game. He was selected in the 1st round back in the draft of 2007.
Yeah, Matty, they certainly got it right when they drafted this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar. Everybody knows this guy's name, and kids are buying his jerseys.
Grounded to third. Peralta is up with it. Throw on to first, and one third baseman grounds out to the other, 1 away.
Now batting, designated hitter.
Here's Justin Smoke now. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. Here comes the first pitch. And it's fouled away. Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. And a check swing here, but he pretty clearly broke the plane, and it's 0-2 now. The next 0-2. Misses. That's ball 1.
1-2.
The 1-2. Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one.
Hey, he's got 4 foul balls in this AB right here. He's really making this pitcher grind for everything.
And a good take there. Close, but it's 2-2.
This is exactly the reason why this guy has been so successful and has played this game so long, scrambling pitch after pitch, making this guy work out on the mound.
And good patience to hold back on the curveball in the dirt. It's full now, 3-2. Didi Gregorius waits on deck. Shot toward right center. Goodwin arranged to his left and put it away. 2 down. Here's Didi Gregorius. Hit it hard but lined out in his first at-bat. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And they'll try and get him out in front to start the at-bat, but this misses off the plate away. It's ball 1. Checks his swing here, but he does so in time. Nope. 3-0 now.
I'd be shocked if this wasn't a 4-pitch walk right here. He doesn't want to mess around and leave something over the heart of the plate and get beat in this situation.
Here it comes, the 3-0. Hit in the air out to left. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end. 1, 2, 3 go the Blue Jays. Through 4, still tied, 0-0.
Designated hitter, Eric Thames.
Oh, had him chopping at that one. It's 0-1.
You can tell this offense is getting frustrated, but this might be one you have to shower off. When a guy's locating like this, fastball at the knees and to both corners, it's going to be tough for them to do anything with it.
And the Orioles have their first hit of the game.
Now batting.
Riding into the box, Travis d'Arnaud. So far, 0 for 1 with a flyout. Leaves a slider right over the middle. Looking at his lifetime numbers, d'Arnaud carries a batting line a little over the 260 mark. Got a big pass at a slider that gets past him.
In a double play situation, that's the location you want a guy to swing at. More than likely, he's going to beat it into the ground.
Swung on and missed. Really fooled him that time for the first out. At the plate, Jonathan Scope hit it hard but lined out in his first at-bat.
Pretty textbook pitching right there. Jump ahead in the count 0-2 and then start working outside the zone. Easier said than done, but that's the way to do it.
And he punches out another one. Make it 9 for the ball game. Still a little early to start talking about these things. There you go, right there. A big goose egg in that hit column, worth keeping in mind as we get later into the afternoon. Swing and a miss on the slider, 0-1. A good knee-high changeup taken for a strike. Ooh, he saws him off with that one. Foul. Another 0-2 home. That's lifted the other way out to left. Ozuna is under it, and the inning is over. 1 left for the Orioles. Halfway home, still no score. Here's Marcell Ozuna.
Leading off for Toronto, left fielder, Marcell.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And he chased up and out of the zone, a swing and a miss. Ozuna, 28 years old. He's a veteran of 7 years at the major league level. Line drive to left. That's in another base hit. He's 2 for 2. So the leadoff man reaches in their half of the 5th. So a line drive single to left makes it 2 hits for him now this afternoon at the plate. And there you see the Toronto leaderboard in that category as he currently ranks 2nd best on the ball club. He's set. Here it comes. First pitch changeup chopped foul right at the plate for the first strike. No runs, 3 hits, 1 error thus far for Toronto. He pulls this one into right. Gamble is there, 1 away.
The second baseman, number 2, Brian.
So coming to the plate, Brian Dozier. He singled his last time up. Here's the first pitch to him. Hit out towards second. To second for 1. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. 4 to 6 to 3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB. Stepping up now, Anthony Santander. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
We're moving through the middle of this ball game right now. If they want to get things going, how about trying to get some base runners on or at least get a base hit? They don't have any hits going into this part of the game.
Popped him up. Donaldson shading to his right. 1 away.
Now batting.
So the batting order turns over now and set to go Justin Peralta. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Oh, and he misses it. Around first, digging for 2. And he'll pull into second with 1 away.
The batter, number 13.
Digging in to try it again, Dexter Berlin. He got called out on strikes his last time through. And he tries to hold back on the swing, but I think it would have been ruled a strike anyway. It's 0-1. Ball 1. Now the 1-1 pitch. Is a sharp slider taken low for a ball.
We've seen him go down on strikes more than once in this game, so this has been a better approach by him at this at-bat. Much more patient, and he's gotten himself into a good hitter's count.
Peralta leads off second with one gone in the inning. Struck him out. Struck him out again, I should say. His third punch out of the game. And that'll bring up Ben Gamble. Third trip to the plate for him here. He struck out and grounded out in his first two tries. No balls and one strike. 0-1 count and the pitch. Now a fastball off the plate away. A ball and a strike.
He's obviously been very impressive on the mound in this one. And I think the big reason why is
in there for extra bases, and there goes the no-hitter. He pulls into second safely as they jump ahead with a run scoring on the play.
Just some more of the same from him. He's been clutch all year with runners in scoring position, and he does it again here with a double. Tack on another RBI to his season total.
Trey Mancini is in with two away now as he looks at a called strike one. Oh, now here's a drive out to the alley. He's in at second safely as a run will score on the play as well.
Yeah, and giving up an RBI double is always painful, but even more so when there are two outs in the inning. A run had already crossed the plate, and then he gives up a blistering double to allow another run on the board.
Standing in now, Eric Thames, as he'll come up empty there as he misses the off-speed pitch for strike one. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. And a half swing here, but this is in there for a called strike two. And yet another strikeout here. His 11th of the ball game, and this one ends the inning. So 2 runs on 2 hits, 1 error in the inning, and 1 man left on base. 9-1-2 scheduled to hit in the home half of the 6th. It's the Orioles 2, the Jays nothing. Leading off the inning, Mario Nunez, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
And looks like he got the call there on the pitch inside. It's 0-1. Now the pitch. Hit out towards second. Taken in by Scope. And the throw to first is in time. 1 gone.
Center fielder number 11, Kevin Pillar.
Now to the plate, Kevin Pillar. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ball game. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Just missed with a breaking ball.
These are huge innings for a team's morale. The pitcher wants to go out and throw that shutdown inning up and get the boys back swinging the bats again with a chance to capitalize and even extend this current lead.
Now a ball lined to the left side. Foul. A bouncer to the left side. In time to first, and there are 2 away.
Right fielder, number 8,
standing in, Hunter Pence. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. First pitch coming. Here it is. Well hit to right, but that's a foul ball. And here's a curveball in the dirt that time for a ball. 1-1.
Still a little bit early to be worrying about this, but in a 2-run game, a 2-out walk right here could at least get the tying run to the plate. And on top of that, there's some pop on that on-deck circle.
Hit back up the middle, and that's going to be a base hit for Pence. So the 2-out hit extends things for Josh Donaldson next.
You know, D-Roll, the old school thinking sometimes is when you're going through a bad streak like this guy, any way you can get on a little jam shot, even though it wasn't pretty, maybe this could get this guy finally going.
Yeah, I can't tell you how good that had to feel right there. There's moments where you slap that donut off your bat, you don't even want to walk to home plate. You're scuffling so bad.
No hits to this point. Sent in the air out to straightaway center. Waiting on it is Goodwin, and that's the third out. Blue Jays back here at Rogers Center in Toronto. Orioles leading this one through 6 as we take a look at our game summary to this point. Here's the catcher, Travis d'Arnaud. He'll start the 7th, and Dan, as a former pitcher yourself, you must be enjoying this. Lots of good pitching and defense today.
Oh, that's one of the keys. We're seeing a lot of strikes. We're seeing a lot of swings. We're seeing some great plays on defense. This has been a snappy one up to this point.
First pitch of the at-bat. Strike.
Textbook pitching performance so far in this one as we move into the later innings. First pitch strikes, how about over 90%? That's about as good as it gets.
Behind 0-2 now. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. He's just rolling right now, and even dozen strikeouts for him in the ballgame. Pretty clear he didn't like the call there on the outside part of the plate, but probably too good to take, and he's down on strikes for the second time.
Yeah, that pitch was right on the black. Beautiful pitch. And even if we had robot umps, he'd still be out. But the only difference would be he wouldn't be able to complain about it.
2 runs on 2 hits. 1 error thus far for Baltimore. Into the corner and slicing foul. Dribbled up the line. Donaldson bare hands it. He's out.
Center fielder number 9.
Into the box, Brian Goodwin. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Now a changeup here to start things out, but that'll dip a bit too low, and it's 1-0. One is laid off for ball 2. Now the 2-1 is looked at for ball 3.
Walks are never good, but they're especially bad news late in games like this. It seems like they always come back to bite you.
3-2 now. Looking to fade his first walk. Here it comes. And another foul ball. And that one's taken outside for a ball. He walked him. So no 1-2-3 inning here. They've got themselves a 2-out base runner.
The left fielder number 25.
Ready for another chance, Anthony Santander. And we'll see if they can make him pay for the 2-out walk. Always considered a big no-no, of course. Good swing, but a late one as it's fouled off to the left. Goodwin, the runner at first with 2 gone. Way outside. 1-2.
Okay, so now is where I think you pull the string. Throw the El Cambio up there. Hasn't seen it yet, and I think he's set up for it right here.
Again, another foul ball. Tough pitch to lay off there, but he did, and it's even up at 2-2.
What we're seeing here is a really smart at bat. They got to be thinking the man on the mound is getting a little short on gas, so when you go up there and make him throw a bunch of pitches, you're more likely to get a good pitch to hit, or at least force him out of the game.
Trying to nibble here, and he misses to run it full now. 3-2. Justin, and we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Orioles leave one, but they hold a 2-0 lead. Here's Justin Smoke now. He'll be the man to lead things off here in the bottom of the 7th.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
And that's in for a base hit. Make it a 1-for-3 game so far.
No mistake what he was sitting on. Fastball, middle of the plate, kept his hands back, stayed through the baseball, and delivers a hard hit line drive.
Here's Didi Gregorius as he takes a cold strike at the knees. It's 0-1.
We're moving along late into this one, and it's no surprise this guy continues to pitch well. Over 80% of his first pitches have been for strikes. And when you're doing that, you really put the hitters on the defensive.
And he misses with it, 1-1. Looks like a lefty and a right-hander throwing in the Baltimore bullpen. So 1-1. Very weakly on the ground. That winds up foul. The 1-2. A bullet to first base. And they'll put the tag on him heading back to first. It's a double play. Here's Marcell Ozuna. 2 hits and 2 trips for him thus far. First pitch on its way. Fly ball out toward left center field. Waiting on it is Goodwin. And that's the 3rd out. Nothing doing for the Blue Jays. They trail things here 2-0. Dominic Leone has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th. Now back to the top of the lineup, stepping in, Justin Peralta. He reached base on an error and later came around to score last time up. 0-1, here it comes. Here's a fastball that crowds him a bit, and it's 1-1. 1-2. The 1-2. A little bouncer. That's a foul ball. Here he comes again. 1-2. Got him. And he goes down on strikes for the 3rd time. The Blue Jays are into their bullpen now as there are the final numbers for their starter. And he'll be very happy with how the day went. From the stretch. Popped him up. Alvarez over to his left. And that's the 2nd out of the inning. Into the box now, Ben Gamble. It was an RBI double for him in his last turn to the plate. Hit out towards second. Dozier fields it cleanly. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is. In now is Pedro Alvarez, 0 for 2 on the afternoon so far.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan of bloop and a blast? They could certainly use that right now.
Strike one to start the at-bat.
0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a little tapper. That goes foul. 2 strikes on him now. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Check swing and a quick appeal down to third, but Darryl Parker says he did not go around. It's ball 1. The 1-2. Checked his swing there, and did he go? No, he did not, says the third base umpire. Ball 2. Line to the right side. Gamble is there, and he'll bring this one in.
Good contact to start out the inning. Thought he might be on base with some sort of a hit, but it hung up there too long. Just unlucky that time.
Here's Brian Dozier now.
As he hits one on a line to left field.
Santander is right there as he'll put it away without much problem for the second out.
Well, he hit that ball pretty well, but the only problem was that he pulled off it just a bit. The location was a little on the outer half, so he would have hit it even better if he would have stayed through the middle of the field with it.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. The breaking ball that time in for a strike. Line drive to center field, and that's in there, so perhaps some life here with 2 men out. So the bottom of the inning is still alive after the 2-out base hit.
Now batting, center fielder, Kevin.
Striding in, Kevin Pillar. 4th trip to the plate now, and he's hitless to this point.
Yeah, he and his teammates have really been shut down by some very good pitching in this one. Been fun for a guy like me to watch.
As a look, now the pitch. Here's a cold strike about thigh high, 0-1. Nunez is off at first with 2 away. Got him to go after that one, and he's in a quick hold. 0-2.
Boy, he's been great in this one, and he's only 1 strike away from putting another 0 on the scoreboard.
Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. And here's the big right-handed power threat, Trey Mancini. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Marco Estrada enters from the pen to start the 9th inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the 9th. 9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a cold strike. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. Estrada is at least partially known for a good changeup, and it's not just any change of speed pitch. It dances all over the place. A high fastball is in there.
Even though he let that one go, you know that's the kind of pitch he likes to take a big hack at. Not too many power hitters that don't like a stomach-high fastball, so he's probably not throwing that one again.
So he notched the backwards K on that one. Trey Mancini becomes the first out in the 9th inning.
This has not been a weekend to remember for him. He's just been completely lost at the plate, flailing all over the place. Now that's his 6th strikeout of the series. They've really got him figured out.
Into the box now, Eric Thames. And he'll just get a piece here as this is chopped foul at home plate. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Yanked on the ground down the line. But this will be a foul ball as he's behind 0-2 now. And the pitch. Another one sent foul. 1 out, nobody on. And he struck out again. That's the 3rd time he's gone down on strikes in this one.
That's the 3rd time in this game he's gone down on strikes. Not the game he was hoping to have when he was taking batting practice, but at least his guys are ahead.
I know it's a guessing game, but usually when you flip that coin, it better come up fastball at this level. You cannot be late right there. That was right in the wheelhouse.
A lot of movement that time. It's 0-2.
Hey, this is interesting right here. Got him down 0-2. He's been swinging the heck out of the bat. I thought they would pitch around him. He's going to have to button it up a little bit.
Popped him up. Alvarez has room in foul territory, and that retires the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Orioles. They're up 2-0. Here's the right fielder, Hunter Pence. And Dan, what's gone wrong for this lineup today? They're only 3 outs away from being shut out.
Boy, you know, I just haven't seen a lot of fight in these at-bats. Now, of course, plenty of credit goes to that pitching, but the effort on the offensive side has been pretty lethargic watching from up here in the booth, Matt.
Yeah, I would imagine it feels the same from watching in the stands in this one. Heading out towards shallow right. Gamble is there, and that's not the start to the bottom of the 9th this crowd was hoping for. 1 away. Here's the 3rd baseman, Josh Donaldson. Outfield in the no doubles defense. Now the first pitch. Now a swing and a chopper foul right at home plate. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Missed with a breaking ball. Bases are empty. 1 man out. The 1-2. Tried to hold up there. Appeal down to first, and no swing. It's ball 2. Here now the 2-2. Is taken, but called strike 3 as he might have gotten a little extra off the plate that time.
Well, that call looked like it was a little in the pitcher's favor, but it wasn't outrageous. Hey, listen, calling balls and strikes is a really tough job, and even the best are going to miss some from time to time, especially when they're sort of borderline like that last. Not sure the hitter would want to hear that, though.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. Here's a ground ball now for the shortstop to the right of second. Throw on to first, and the Orioles bounce back here to take the finale and earn a split of this 4-game series as this one is over.
Wow, not only are complete games rare in this day and age of Major League Baseball, but a complete game shutout. This guy was in total command from the first inning through the ninth. Totally dominant in this one.
A 2-0 finish today. The Baltimore Orioles rode an important 6th inning to victory in this one. Jeremy Hellickson hangs win number 11 on his line. Tyson Ross struck out 13 in the losing effort. So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and the rest of our crew. This is Matt Vasgersian, and you've been watching a presentation of MLB Network. See you next time.
Our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Orioles. 2 runs on just 2 hits. 1 error. They left 4 men on base. For the Blue Jays, no runs, 6 hits, 2 errors. They left 5 men on base. The winning pitcher is Jeremy Hellickson. His record is now 11-8. The loss goes to Tyson Ross. He falls to 4-6. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 22 minutes. Our paid attendance at the Rogers Center this afternoon, 50,516. The Blue Jays thank you for your continued support and remind you to please drive home safely.